Dude, chat, what the flip? You know? What the hey? This is not cool. Booger. Not a cool thing to do. Computer just restart like that. You guys can first again if you want. You can re-slime your times and someone can first and second if they really want. Hey, I'm back. Ish. I'm here. I even restarted my computer. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this. This is not like my computer overheated. It's just my I don't know what's causing my computer to restart like that. I want to see if maybe I can move my OBS to like a tablet or something so that like I would still lose the game, but I wouldn't like lose my whole stream. I haven't gotten in Discord. I'm gonna need a minute before we start, but oh, I need to do this.
Deadliest highway in North America.
Son.
I'm gonna be, or I'm not be right back, but I'm not quite ready yet, so don't start it.
Yes.
What were you saying about a highway in North America, Livy? I'm intrigued.
Oh, people die there a lot.
Which one?
The 401.
Is that the one like in LA?
No, that's the one in southern Ontario.
Oh. Fun. Maybe they should change it if it's getting
maybe.
No, if that many people are
I mean, I think it's also the busiest highway in North America.
well, yeah, but if that many people are getting hurt, there's also something that needs to be done to make it so that like I don't know, ultimately the prevention of loss of life is more important than everybody getting to go down one highway at the exact same time every day. I don't know, maybe not.
They recently made it 7 lanes wide.
Jesus Christ. I could see why that would cause a lot of accidents, yeah, even if everybody's being safe drivers. It's funny. I feel like my stream didn't like restart for Yukon because he just said, oh, she ended. Like he can't see that I'm back. That really sucks that Twitch does that. Like if even though I have like even if I had a bunch of people lurking in chat, if and then my stream closed, well yeah, they have to refresh though. That's the thing, is they have to refresh. And I wish it would just autoplay the video instead of making them refresh it because they don't know if I'm back or not. Does that make sense?
Well, you could see the timer on your stream come back.
You'd have. I'm
It's a
just
mini nap.
talking, yeah, about just an average person who's like semi AFK or even asleep or something. I wish it wouldn't like. I was down for less than 5 minutes. Why wouldn't it autoplay me for them? I know to refresh, but not everyone do. Exactly. And I fall asleep to streams all the time. Like I would prefer for it to start them over again, or like if I'm still on that person's page and they didn't raid out and they come back, it should still be showing me their like new stream. I shouldn't have to refresh. Yeah, the silence will wake me up. It's annoying. And I know it's so that people don't get free views, basically. So if your stream crashes, you can't just reclaim those viewers without them interacting again. But that's a bullshit reason to do that. You greedy fucks. Like, it's just them being shellfish. Eats a shit. Nice first and second, you thieves. Kill T-Baps.
I noticed nobody was looking, so I was like, "Oh, maybe I can just, take it."
Well, yeah, I'd said it. If people were here and paying attention, they could have firsted. They didn't. It's not my fault anymore. Sorry, I thought I had turned my thing on and I didn't, so I'm gonna need another minute. So little peeps stay after a crash most of the time. That I don't think it would really give people free views. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it would be this issue that they make it seem like it would be, but there's got to be a reason why it's the same reason why they make like, if none of you guys talk right now, it might show me at like 9 viewers, but if all of the people in here said something, it would say usually a higher number than that, because usually there's a hidden amount of viewers that might kind of count, but they semi don't count because they're lurking, and I don't understand it. But I guess I don't have a very corporation forward mindset. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, everybody gets access to this cool thing and it's not a problem. And people are like, yeah, but what if we made it a problem? What if all of a sudden we caused issues? I don't really care one way or the other than it just annoys me from like a ethical perspective. And just like mostly more than that, an ease of use perspective, just like a user interface perspective. Shitty job, bad work. You're a huge corporation. You should do better. Good luck. Thumbs up. Welcome back from ads, motherfuckers. If you're here, I'm so sorry that I'm also here. Livy, who's in your profile picture? Luna?
I have no idea.
Why do you use that one? If you don't even
Because
know
I'm
who's
pretty
in
sure
it.
it's not a playable character, so nobody can like look at it and say, like, ban that character.
Oh, I see, I see. Damned it died? Question mark. What?
Oh, wrong chat. I'm in Times Square.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I never won. Thank you for the 130 stream streak. That's crazy. I want to massage my brain. I was just wondering, Livy, because I'm nosy, and I'm like, huh, I wonder why. I assumed you knew who it was, or you just like liked the color or something. Hi, Candy. Like mine, I just like Ultron. And a lot of the time, the person, like, I have my background is Emma, who I barely play. And if I do play tank, as you've seen, I only played the thing. And but like My banner's Ultron, who I do play, but like for a long time, my banner was characters I don't play just because they have pretty banners. But I understand in comp why you would do that, especially if you play someone that people like. I I've seen Ishigo. Oh, Livy, did you see the other day that Cass or Snoopy or Cass, I think, found you in a YouTube video? Like you commented on a streamer that you were watching, and it made it into a YouTube video that Cass was
Yeah, that
watching.
happens to me a lot.
Yeah, because
I'm
someone
working on a
else,
thumbnail for a YouTube video because of a chat message.
because who else said that they can't believe they saw you in a chat recently? Spoofy, maybe? Someone was like, oh man, I can't believe I saw Livy like out in the wild. Oh, it was Ogie. Yeah,
Somebody
it was
saw
Ogie.
me in Asby's chat.
With Sella. I think he just changed his name to Sella or Ostia.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. But he like plays golf with us and stuff. And he I just thought it was very funny. You're like a known entity that exists in these chats. People are like, "Oh, you might run into Livy. It's Livy."
Uh-huh.
It's funny because I've run into other people's chats, but it was like Ishigo's chat, who I know we both watch. I'm going to bed now. For real, for real. Okay, have a good night. You can get a good sleep. Get a goob rest. We'll give you the tuck, 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 and a little forehead kiss. If you want it, if not, leave it on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna queue now. I just think it's funny to run into other people in places like just other internets. Like it makes sense that we would watch similar content and stuff. So it, of course, Cass would see you in something. I just think it's funny.
Oh my god, my headphones died and Times Square was so loud.
Oh, is that why I heard background sound for a second?
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Sorry, everyone. I'm just gonna keep playing Luna because I am autistic and I like to do one thing over and 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 over again.
White Fox is always with me in spirit. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready. We've got some pretty big competition on the other side of this fight.
Don't you worry that pretty little head, Fee. This here thief is about to steal us away.
You're a thief? Please don't tell me you steal music, too.
The Gambit ain't no pirate ship. He only take what is good.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Don't want to lose this fight.
Yes, Candy. I just played him a couple games ago.
Be strong together.
They kept murdering T-Baps, so I was running guard for him.
Capture the mission area. Thanks so much.
Oh, goodness. Haha.
I'm back in the fight. They've almost got it. I am ready to put on a show.
Sorry, I'm throwing just a little bit. Not on purpose, just because I'm special.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
So many familiar faces. Friends and enemies.
Hello, Livy Pup the streamer.
What? I saw her in a YouTube video once.
Saw you in a YouTube video once. Who else at first, son?
Battle starts in 5,
Buh.
3, 2.
Are you the famous YouTuber?
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
A bay. I like the alternating. Why is his jump so fast like that? How am I supposed to heal that?
I'm making a comeback. Someone needs a snowball in his face.
Can't clear my throat. I keep feeling like phlegm. And I don't want to cough while unmuted.
I'm making a comeback.
Well, oopsie. I threw that one a little. I was never in sync with the rest of the team.
You can't expect to win them all.
remember fighting that guy. It was scary.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
I love to pet my dog. He's so old.
I'm Luna
Such
Snow.
a stinker.
I shine in darkness. White Fox is always with me in spirit.
It feels random to bring up since I wasn't talking about it before, but I deal with a lot of like anxiety and stuff because of autism and other issues. And because I'm in a position where I can spend all day with my dog, I do. And I know some people don't know how that could reduce stress. But being like literally in between every game or any interaction that I have, I just get to pet him and just have like a moment of like nice with him. And I'm like, that's he prevents so much anxiety just by existing. And that's cool. So I hope everybody gets to enjoy some sort of relationship like that with, I don't know, an animal or whatever. Some people don't always like different animals. That's no judgment there. But it's like the same with a cat. Sometimes just like holding a cat or having a cat let you pet it is just like, it's just nice. It just makes my heart feel better after, you know, a long day of regular human bullshit. And don't even get me started on cats purring. That shit is medically healing.
Help me, Step Kitty, help me! I got another one.
Someone needs a snowball in the face.
Sometimes I say something intending it to be very clear, and I'm like, I don't think a normal person would say that, and they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Damn. Bro just beat the shit out of me. Or when they choose to come land you and you weren't expecting it. Yes. Or like when cats choose to just like, I know it's a people who don't look at animals the same way that like you and I do, Kara. They have a difficult like, and this isn't their like a, they just don't, I don't think they can picture it the way we do, where it's like you can literally start to see in how a cat behaves when it starts to trust and relax around you. And I feel like it's got legit mentally healing properties.
I'm back in the fight.
Like when they start doing the slow blinks around you or start doing something they've never done before and just like being a silly cat. When they start letting the little gremlin out. I'm not sure
I've still got songs to sing.
if I'll have any opinion on it. I should have gone back, but I just ult. I shouldn't have done that, evidently. But here we are. Because I don't know. When you're younger, you don't think about. Well, I did think about how long dogs live versus how long cats. Or, oh, fuck. Oh. But like having a dog is definitely different from having a cat. T-Bap died.
I'm back in the fight. Strong together.
But being able, like, Archer gives me a lot of different comfort though, because he's like a bigger he's a bigger animal, and it makes me feel like more physically safe having people know that I have a big black monster that lives with me.
So much. Don't give them another inch. Or else.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Woo! Oh, I did not realize it was already on there. But like he just stays with me all day and he's a calm presence and he I don't know. It's just very nice to have that kind of relationship with a pet where you're both just taking care of each other. I take care of him when he's old and has bad knees. I get him food and him water. Give him the medicines. I annoy him, and then he does it all back. I wonder what happened to Tabap. That's enough rivals for me. Sounds good, Livy. Thanks for playing. Sorry, I'm annoying my dog right now. I'm playing with his tail, which is not his favorite thing that I do. Too bad, too bad. He's farting, and that's not my favorite thing that he does, so. I hope you had fun, Livy. I'm glad you got to play some. Hmm. Mm-mm. I wish these would tell me, like, who I did these runs on. Presume the top ones are on Squirrel Girl. Am I being stupid? Okay, there's that. Okay, so my Jeff and Squirrel Girl are essentially the same level. And then there's this fuck. We'll see how this plays. We'll try a nice sleazy, easy 85. I also haven't done this in a while, so we're gonna feel out how this goes.
Dracula wishes to reclaim my city. You call yourselves New York's guardians. Now is the time to prove it.
You just made the only smart choice.
Gear up. These enemies.
Okay, so I have to...
Neither will you, it seems.
Yeah, I had to turn it on and off.
Fascinating. Now who's the real?
And I know I have to hit multiple... Okay, this is good for now. But I can also do this. Oh, that's the button? What does C do? I think this is an indicator that I do not do enough damage. Like, I'm not able to use one of my things because I can't get them low enough health to use it. Like, since I said that, there's still... yeah, I don't think I want to live through this. Okay, so we learned that's too high of a difficulty for that character to do. Maybe 75 was appropriate. We'll get a little crazy and go with 76.
Dracula wishes to reclaim my city.
The funny thing about this mode too is that, like, a lot of, for me, winning on certain characters came down to which bosses it was. Like, certain characters have no problem defeating the, like, vampire squirrel, but other people can struggle in that fight because they don't do enough, like, upfront damage, and the squirrel's, like, always moving around and stuff. I don't know. Oh, I need to do that, and then this. Hmm. Dude, surviving I can do. I wonder if I switched something. Is when I like. Eh. Oh, see there. I think that's why I was like, this feels wrong. This is what I should have been doing the whole time. Now I feel so much better. Okay, I felt crazy. I was like, there's no way it was shift before. Shift is my dash, and I'm just being stupid.
Vacation's over. Back to work.
Or why not?
We've still got some
Oh, shit. See, once I start getting people low enough that I can do this over and over again, it's not as big of a problem. When did I get outside?
such remarkable power. I hope you put it to good use for once. Those monsters look hungry. Time to see if you're
And every time I do this little hop, if I don't have a shield, I get a little bit of a shield. So I'm just constantly not taking damage while hopping around and shooting into... Like, does this look like I'm aiming? I'm just seeing where the numbers are coming from.
I hate to admit it, but
Howdy.
another wave incoming.
Yippee! Ooh. not sure if Blade is someone who does really well or really bad on bosses. Because my main damage source on those waves is the dash, which I can't do for the majority of fights because it's based on their health. Like, I have to get them below a certain health level to do it. I seem to be doing fine. I was gonna say, but I also just kind of like direct hit this in the face with both a bunch of things shooting stuff and my actual gun. What are you doing, booger? Oop, that was the first time I could do it. See, I can do it sometimes, but not nearly as much. I'm really tanky. Just like put myself in a weird corner here. Let's go over here. Okay, well, don't be violent about it. Bro just stood in my ult. Good idiot. Dude, it's starting to hurt. It's not a good sign. Probably not a good idea of me to jump into that. Maybe I'll think about when I use that button from now on. I didn't think. I also did not think. Ooh. Yeah, no. It's ogre. It's all ogre now.
Just as I expected. I can't rely on self-righteous vigilantes. I'll have to handle this myself.
That's me. Oh, I was the only person in the thing. Yeah. back to 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 back. This is a much better weapon. This is the one I'm wearing. Enter shotgun. Oh, that would be nice if that means what I think it means. This is all really good. It doesn't have any of the stats I don't like on it. It's a rat. He always does this thing on this side where he'll roll. He used to try and like rub his face on the carpet. Right now I don't have a rug in here though. But he's rubbing it on the hardwood and just like letting his tongue loll out. He's just being a silly boy. What are you doing? Do you need help? Is your ear itchy? What is your... He has... I think it might be that he has this one specific spot on his head that since I got him, I don't know why. It's like basically where his left eyebrow is. Every minute of every day of his life, he wants that area scratched. And like now that I'm looking at, maybe he's not trying to scratch his ear on anything. He's trying to scratch that part of his face on the ground to hit that itch. But it's like never on the right side. It's not just on the top of his head. It's not like a seasonal thing. It's not bugs. It's just like this one itchy spot he always has. You good? What a little problem. I can feel him, much like me, dealing with less bullshit as he gets older. Because like he's trying to satisfy this scratch right now or whatever he's doing. And I'll be like, stop. And if he was younger, he would have stopped. He would have been like, he wouldn't have made it a problem. Like he'd be annoying sometimes, but he wouldn't like. Now we're both just annoying and used to each other and just like, it's fine. He don't give a fuck now. No, I keep like nudging him and being like, hey, can you stop? And he doesn't even stop what he's doing. And he's right. I'm not going to do anything. He's old. What would I do to him to change it? I actually want to see if this change in weapon will make this any easier. We're going to do the same level because we didn't learn our fucking lesson. Do you want me to come over there and scratch it?
Dracula wishes to reclaim my city. You call yourselves New York's guardian.
Wish I had like a stick. I'd hit him in the head and make him... See, I would feel like I should help him, but he's clearly like You know when dogs or cats get in like a huff, but they're not like actually upset, they're just being like fussy? And he's doing like his silly teeth that he does. He's not upset right now. He's not like he might not be happy, but he's not like in pain or upset or unhappy. He's just being a goober. His natural state. Because all the time, because he wants to be the center of attention. Yeah. Both my cats had different ways of being like a goober in the moment. Like Archer, the older he gets, the more he's like knocking around his bowl just to be a brat. Or like right now being really dramatic about... They're so embarrassing right now. He just tried to... Dude, that shit makes me laugh so much. Animals are hilarious when they cop toed. Like, who do you think you are? Oh, I thought I hit my ult. No wonder I was just standing there. He'll like sit and chill on my mom, but get mad if I don't act jealous. That's hilarious. Archer does this thing, I haven't thought of it in a while because I haven't left home in a while, like left and gone on a vacation where he couldn't come with, basically, in the last while. But the last couple times I went on trips, I would go and then he would by the time, so his regular thing is I would go, I'd be gone for a couple days, and for those couple days he'll mope. And he'll not be very happy. And then after that, it was either my friend Renee, who used to take care of him, or my mom right now will take care of him, and he will be briefly obsessed with them, like, until I come home. Like, he'll still, like, sleep in my room and stuff, but he'll just, like, always be watching them. And then, here, do you want me to scratch your face? Is that the kind of shit you're looking for? Oh yeah, I hit the right spot. He can barely stand up because he's trying to scratch it. I can't eat. Oh no. What are you trying to scratch? But when I come back, he will not be as like cuddly with me for the first few days and will pay them extra attention. Which I think is funny. Like he'll still sleep with me and he's not like it's just funny that he's like sour grapes. Should I get on and carry the kitty? I'm playing blood hunt. Just leveling my I'm just kind of getting back into it because I wanted to after playing the Ultron mode. I should have paid on it better attention. Was that what you wanted? Is that what you were trying to do? Okay, let me see then. Don't walk away. I can't help if you're over there. Don't turn your... Stop it. You are such a brat. Is it in here? That's it? Is it this? What do you want scratched? Oh, yeah, your cat does that too. How many cats do you live with right now? Because I know you and Zombie, or Zombie has one. Like, I'm not sure which cats are whose. Because you guys have both talked about multiple of them, I think. Let's do little baby stuff for a second, since that didn't go so well. That's an upgrade. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to... Oh, I see. I was in the smelting tab. I don't want to do that yet. Okay. Didn't I have another one? Or was that something else? Oh, okay. So it does have the lock on it. Oh, this was this. Okay. This is the arguably better one of those. Just in case I want to go that build. I think Bishop's the one I've heard the most about, but... No, of course, Kara, I asked. That's why I was just interested in hearing about the herd, you know? As someone who's had a herd or two in my life. Right now, I just got a big stinker. I don't want to upset your ear. I'm not gonna do it. I think you're just enjoying scratching. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want this? I meant to give it to you earlier and I forgot. Do you want this? That was really embarrassing for him. I tried to drop something that was not small. Well, I wasn't trying to drop it. I was trying to get him to take it out of my hands, and he clearly saw what I was doing. Like, I don't know about clearly, but he moved into position to get something, but then he I guess he expected me to just drop it. But I was gonna like toss it into his bowl, and he looked up at where I had it and then just like watched as it fell down, but it didn't fall down. And he watched nothing fall down. He just like his head tracked like that, and it was very funny. Used to gain XP. What does that mean? I'm already level 60. Hi, GC Fox. Bro, I told you, I'm playing Blood Hunt. I don't want to play regular anymore. Oh, is it from this? No. Oh, you want to do Blood Hunt? Okay, sorry. I genuinely assumed no one else had any interest in Blood Hunt anymore. I'm misunderstanding something here. Oh, I see. I could use them like that. Interesting. That must be new. What are what like nightmare what level character are you gonna play? Crow? Like, are they gonna be someone who's max already, or that you're just getting better gear, or one of the babies? Thor max? Oh, you're 265. Damn, you're old as fuck. Okay. Did you like that?
Dracula wishes to reclaim my city. You call yourselves New York's guardians. Now is the time to prove it.
You just made the only smart choice.
Gear up. These enemies won't quit, but neither will you, it seems. Vacation over. Back to work.
Oh, this is not what I should be doing. I lost the plot there. Little did not know what I was doing. Ah, I think Crow's killing everyone. Are they getting waves?
Stay alert. This fight isn't over yet.
Are you? I'm hoping you're typing more, GC Fox, because at this point,
More vampires have arrived. Ready yourself, and don't you dare let my
I feel like I'm missing an important bit of context.
it won't last for long.
I just need to grind good gear. Yeah, I need to too. This guy's 60 and but my worst good 60. So I've been trying to find like what level of stuff I do. Oh, you did say I just need to grind good gear. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. And I wasn't sure what level you were at.
Congratulations on surviving another round. Let's hope your luck continues today.
Okay, ads are over. GC Fox, I hope there was more context to that story, because otherwise I'm genuinely not sure why you came in here and told it to me. Like, it sounds like you... I can't control what people do. If people use AI, they use AI. But using AI to make art when artists exist in a time like this is just crazy. AI is literally ruining so many things in the world. It's a crazy conversation to come in here and think I'm gonna agree with you on. So that's why I'm kind of hoping there's some context, because we've had like conversations before. I've had like a good rapport with you before. Just I don't agree with you at all on this one. I have to change my things again. Hmm. What am I trying to do? Oh. I know my friends just took a real conversational pivot. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, we can do 100? Yeah, Crow. Okay. Let me just I'm trying to respond to something really quick. I'm just stupid. Hmm. Oh, I'm being stupid, I think. ADHD be hitting sometime right in the dumbass head. Hmm. Okay, Crow. Sorry about that. Boogare.
Dracula wishes to reclaim my city. You call yourselves New York's guardians. Now is the time to prove it.
You just made the only smart choice.
Stay alert. This fight isn't over yet.
Let's get some health. Maybe I won't get one-shotted. Actually, I'll just stand on you. Yeah, I'm helping. Ooh, items. Ooh, look at the items. Ooh. Is this loud for you? It's loud for me. It's so fucking loud. Back to 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 back. I'm surprised those guys didn't kill me. I was standing on them when they exploded.
Moment and enjoy the peace. It won't last for long. Such remarkable
Lizard. Oh. Why would you do that? I'm okay. Oh, what about this one? I can and I will.
but neither will you, it seems. A hero at their peak. I hate to admit it, but I'm impressed.
Shoot crow in his face. I'm just gonna say this because I'm presuming Fox left. But for anybody who bro, you complain if they just ban you right away, and you complain if I don't agree with, and then you just leave if I don't agree with you. Like, I'm hearing you out, and you said nothing, so I'm presuming you're not here. But if you are, I don't think you drew your model, and I don't think you should use AI and brag about it. Good luck on your Twitch journey, friend. You're not welcome here. Dude, earlier I said something that I didn't think would be so succinctly summed up for me, like as what I need as a person who streams. But I don't need mods who are paying attention all the time, who always are like there to shout people out. Like, you know, sometimes that's nice, but if they're busy, I don't need that. If they're playing another game, it's fine. I'm also just playing a game. It's not the end of the world. That's not the purpose of my mods. The purpose of my mods are for me and the community to feel safer for all of us. So when I feel slightly uncomfortable in a situation, because historically I'm a people pleaser, I send a screenshot to the goon squad and say roll out. Why'd you unban him? But like before this, I'd never quite like my mods are here because if I need them, they will be here. And that's why they're my mods, and that's why they're the people they are. Because I know that if I say some shit, because I feel like put out, because I feel like someone's pushing my boundaries. I got these fucking idiots rolling in. They said, no, we weren't busy. We got time. Sorry, I gotta forge some gear, Crow. Oh, actually, let's do another 100 or 2 so that I can forge a couple things. They back you and validate. Yeah, and it's one of those things too where like if you're upsetting one of my mods enough, especially considering what I know about them, if you're upsetting one of my mods enough that they say something to you to essentially tell you to back off or calm down and you don't get to come to me and ask again. I'm going to agree with them. You made them uncomfortable enough that I know that they know, like they're reasonable people. They're going to make reasonable decisions, and I coming into someone else's chat in the big 2-6 as Raptor likes to say, and expecting to be agreed with about using AI is genuinely wild behavior. And then leaving Yes Crow is disgusting. It's killing communities. It's taking water from people who could be alive. It's stealing everything from everyone. AI is not friendly good stuff. Leaving when they can't take they didn't even like catch that much flack, really. It was a couple people saying AI is gross, which should be the expected response if we have a few thoughts up here. And like I don't blame people for having used AI. I know people who have used AI. I don't ask them now if they actively use it because I don't want to it's not my moral dilemma if you use AI. But the fact that I was like that they came in to complain about the fact that the first people wouldn't listen to them. Yeah, exactly, Lena. The first channel banned him immediately, and so I'm like, okay, I'm giving you time to talk. Go ahead, and he won't do it? Oh, so you just want someone to agree with you because you're a bitch. Okay.
Won't quit, but neither will you, it seems.
But thank you, mods, for supporting. Ooh, he got that thing on. You know, just thank you, chat in general, because I know all of you have my back in a way, like a similar way to my mods do, which is why, like, the other day I was talking about how sometimes I have, you know, envious feelings or jealousy, which is not productive because I am not doing as well, or my brain just takes something and it affects my ego, and that's something I work on too, and I always say I'd rather have my community than have like a big community. I'd rather have it be this community of us specifically because we all treat each other with that basic level of respect, right? I hope the trans streamer loves AI. Maybe maybe not. I hope the trans autistic person loves AI and wants to make out with it. Probably not, man. I hope the person who hates racism wants to support AI. Probably not, dude. And I feel like if you like are against racism and against just Basically, bad shit Jesus, Crow. You do a little bit of damage, huh? Little bit. It's... I don't know. It's neither here nor there. I just appreciate that I have a community where it's just like a safe, comfortable place for us. And I know that if someone comes in who ruffles my feathers in some way, that you guys will support me. And it's not gonna be like... I feel like there's a lot of other streamers I know, especially bigger streamers, like the more viewers you have, the more different people join, where they have, like, if someone said like something, a lot of people might disagree with them for like devil's advocate, or just because they don't want to have a good faith conversation. And I know that's not the case with my chat. I saw something like that recently, Kara, where they were like, yeah, why don't we just build them in the bad neighborhoods? And I'm like, okay, so do you not know that you're being racist and like terrible, and like do you not you clearly don't understand what you're saying, because what you are saying is absolutely batshit insane crazy. But then I was watching a video about this. I don't know if you guys know who FD Signifier is. He released this huge video recently, and I've been watching it in pieces. And part of what he was talking about is that specifically people who are trying to sway your opinion a certain way will present their opinion like it's the default, like it's, of course you're gonna agree with them, kind of like how he phrased it here, and that someone who disagrees with it is going to be like the outlier, kind of, so it's gonna make it that much more difficult. And I don't know, sometimes I think people are I don't know. I cannot put anything as succinctly or as well researched as he did this video. But it's just interesting to see. My internet died. I presumed something happened because you just disappeared mid-game. Well, yeah, they care about societal norms, or having conversations, not coming at the conversation like critically, or actually like thinking about it and following that thought and realizing why that would be a fucked up thing to do, and why that's like, they pretend for just a second that they're on the moral side of things, that of course it goes this way and of course they're correct, like, and it's good, they're trying to be nice, like, oh, we're just trying to help poor communities. But then when you really, so it becomes this like default thought that actual humans think. And then I'm like, no, you have to deconstruct this thought that they built in your head, because that's not how AI, it's not going to benefit anybody. It's going to destroy things that are already the rubble of things that these politicians have already destroyed. Like, this has gotten really like heavy all of a sudden. It's just, I don't like AI or racism or any of those things that are all interconnected. And if you support AI, you support racism. Sorry. Oh, are the AI companies not being racist? Okay, go look at that racism video. Like, I just saw another video about they made an AI thing of basically an Asian woman's face, and it was much more sexualized than it needed to be. So my mother may have woken up. Oh, do you gotta go? Fuck AI and ice and fuck it. Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for the few free runs, Crow. There's a reason why they're not putting data centers in rich white neighborhoods. Dude, yeah. And then I didn't even get to the fact that there's like the effect of like the sound on these neighborhoods. The water supply is completely corrupted in these neighborhoods. Like, it's not like it's just sucking up resources. It's actively making the resources that they have crumble all like worse. It's a constant drone of noise that you can hear for a while. Like, and if it's that constant and that loud, you're going to be able to feel the vibrations and feel the tension in the air. The process of building them is destroying your home. Yeah, so exactly. I can understand how easy it is in this day and age to be like, oh, everybody uses AI. It's so normal. I disagree. I will Google something and Google forces an AI answer at the top of my thing, and I will scroll past it and interact with one of the things below that I like, because I don't want Google to think I want their stupid bullshit AI that lies and is dumb and doesn't know how to count and says Albuquerque, New Mexico 800 times, okay? You can add -AI and it removes that? Question mark? Yeah, I'm not that's why I said question mark, because I'm not sure. Oh, good to know. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much for that. See, this is why we talk about things, because I didn't know that, and I deliberately avoid the AI interaction as much as I can because I hate it. It's just like, how many R's are in strawberry? That's the one that's the most ridiculous one to me. Is them saying how many R's are in strawberry, and this AI constantly gaslighting him and lying to him and being wrong the whole time. This isn't even one where they broke the AI. The AI was just wrong and too stupid to realize it. Because AI isn't trained on like information and knowing how things work. Well, it is trained on information, but it's not like, so it doesn't know that 2 + 2 = 4. It knows that every time that people have said 2 + 2, it equals 4. Like, they don't know why it equals 4, right? I'm on the family on the phone. What? And it's so confidently wrong. Yeah, and it's so good at like, it tries to be like this conversational, like, I don't know. It's this weird, like, agreeing you and supporting you and everything, but also very casually gaslights you. It's a very manipulative resource to like have a conversation with, because it's always like, yes, okay, like trying to placate you and say like, oh, I see what you're saying, you are correct, I like, let me adjust my thinking. But that's not what it means. It's just trying to get you to shut up so that it can say, but here's what I know, and I know better than you. It, like, AI is not smart. It doesn't know language. It knows patterns. It knows what it's read on the internet, but not why anything works the way it does. And that's one way of knowing things, but it also makes you say extremely stupid things, like strawberry only has 2 R's in it. I was afraid to interact with a video like that recently, Emily. It was a video of I don't know which I think it was Gemini, specifically the Gemini AI, which I think is Android's AI, convinced someone to hurt themselves. It's like someone that sits in a conversation not listening and just wanting to say what it wants to say. Exactly. It's funny because I said exactly, and I was like, oh, I kind of said that in an AI tone, because AI will agree with you first. It will always agree with what you say and be like, and like I'm saying, it's trying to placate you. It's trying to make you more comfortable by saying like, yes, you're correct. But then it asserts the incorrect thing again and is like, yes, technically you're correct, but yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then all that is bullshit. Like it wants to be like, hey, no, you're good, calm down, but also do this. Like calm down, but also I'm right. No, you're not. No, you're not. So no, if you come in here, first of all, if anybody's in here who's still wondering, if you join my Discord or join my chat specifically, my Discord's changing rules where it's going to be invite only soon. So think about that. Also, if you join my chat thinking that you get to come in here having a predetermined conversation, you already like you just want to come in here and say this story that you want to say. I'm not interested in having a fake interaction with people. Like I actually like read things and respond to people and like have a conversation with them. So don't come in here and say, "Oh, this funny thing happened to me," and expect me to go, "Oh, what?" Unless we're like friends and that's how we interact normally. Like if you're someone like you should say hi to me, ask me how I am. I will ask you how you are, and then you can be like, "Oh, this funny thing happened." And then if you tell me your AI story, I'm going to have to with the end the end result would have been the same. But the point is that's a very rude way to enter a conversation, thinking that you're going to open up a conversation with someone, whether they're a streamer or someone who's at like a customer service job or your friend or your mom or whatever. You don't walk up to someone, completely not address them at all, not don't and then just announce in their face that you're going to tell them something and then not have any. I don't like that. If you have something you want to tell me, like there's a lot of people have come in here and told me things about all kinds of stuff and I've been like absolutely happy to hear it. But I do not like how like that interaction from the first sentence was rotten to me. So you not being here very long if you talk about AI in a positive way. That's another good point, is that like how much time have you really spent in my stream if you think that I'm going to agree with you about AI? If you think that I'm going to agree with you about anything, first of all, because I like to be a problem, but especially if you support AI, you've listened to a grand total of like 30 seconds of us stream once maybe and probably said something about boobs. Like, it's unfortunate because we had talked before and he seemed like a nice guy. And I'm not saying he can't be a nice guy who uses AI, but he's definitely kind of ignorant about AI and stuff, in my opinion. But also, I don't know shit about dicks, so like it doesn't matter. But in here, I'm glad that I was able to just post a screenshot and have immediate support. He came in very negative and ready. Exactly. Like that. A lot of people, like Crows, come in and been like, "Oh, let me tell you this thing. Like, I just got a PC," and I'm always like, "I'm happy for him. Me and Crow have a regular relationship. We talk to each other." And like he has a general understanding of who I am. I have a general understanding of who he is, but like to come in here after having had very minimal conversations with me and to start by bitching about something is not a good way to inspire trust in me, just for the record. Yeah, thinking anybody here would side with him. That's why I was like, I knew my initial reaction was very put off from the first thing that he said. But then reading the paragraph, I was like, I think I might have been muted the first time I said it, but I said it a second time. And it was basically like, I think that's when you first noticed, Lena, was because I said, like, I don't know if you think I'm going to agree with you, but I was like, I just need to take a screenshot, send it to a person or two. And as soon as they see that there's a message, I'm going to have the correct response. Because I knew I felt uncomfortable because I don't want to be confrontational and rude to people. Oh, you didn't hear me. You just you responded in chat like very quickly after I said something about not agreeing with him. So it's just good timing. Hi, Jojo. I hope you're having a good day. Damn, that's nice. Yeah, I was like, you guys are probably doing stuff, so it might take a few minutes, but they're at their computers. They're ready-ish. I'm gonna send this screenshot and absolutely no words. And my friends will know what I need from them. just, Yeah, the problem with that is sometimes in that chat it's about work and sometimes it's about I don't know, pickles. I don't know. But I would not change it. I just think it's funny. 10 gay people who jump your ass signal, exactly. It was one of those like, oh, why you out here all by yourself? Ooh. And I was like, I'm not by myself. And then all the like creepy clowns around me come to life and murder you. Oh, I should have looked at the other one. Where is it? This one. Damn, that's so much better than mine. Not in love with the lack of tankiness, but it's a much, like it went from 61 to 68. I think I'll take it. Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna kill you, bring you back to life, and then Mori you. Do one of those Dead by Daylight ones, one of the weird ones too. You guys fell out of your Dead by Daylight phase really fast. You played like a night of custom games, and then all of you were like, ah, that's enough. just right. Oh yeah, you did go on vacation. I mean, not that I care one way or the other. I just kind of forgot that you guys hopped in for a second and then hopped back out. You got any perks? No. How many do I get from this? Orange. They were actually gonna only prescribe. Bitch, I got a bone graft. Ibuprofen my ass. Dude, why? Dude, if I was a man who had stubbed my toe, you'd give me you'd give me the opioids, bro. The they talk about ibuprofen. You were actively knocked out, had surgery where pieces of you were ripped out. They had to put some pieces back in to protect you. Stitched you up. And want to give you ibuprofen? Mr. Tree emailing or text barely saving this doctor's life or this dentist's life because fuck you mean you're you gonna give me one of the big ibuprofens? Like I couldn't just take 8 Advil? You gonna give me one of the big ones? Stupid fuck. Like, do I have to explain to you what you just did in my mouth? Like, do you not really? Ibuprofen. I was gonna say, was it the 800, the horse pills ibuprofen? Bro, I got that when I had a sore butt once. To be fair, I couldn't stand up or bend over. But because my like swelling was so bad by my tailbone, they gave me those for a while and it reduced the swelling and everything was fine. But like I'd go to a restaurant or like somewhere and sit in a chair and not be able to get up afterwards. Oh yeah, ibuprofen's definitely helpful for what it's helpful for, but it's not helpful for reducing active pain from active surgery. Like it reduces inflammation or swelling or whatever, and that reduces pain. That's it. It's not out here saving any other pain. Do you think if you were a guy, he would have prescribed you different medication, or do you think he was just a stingy dentist in general, Lena? Just from your first impression. Was he a white doctor? Not that that matters, but medical racism. You know what? Not surprised by that. My dentist was also Asian. Dude, Kara, it's that not pencil thin and potentially female. Aw, Muffin. Go take some ibuprofen. But then if you, I don't know. Like, and I'm not saying that men wouldn't, like, anybody who's had the went through the procedure you went through today, Lena, should have the appropriate amount of medication. And some people need more medication and some people need less. And I understand that some people are addicts, but the way to resolve addicts, like having addiction issues, is not to stop people who actively need medication from taking it. Was glad he got what he needed. I just had frustration. Kara, every time I've gone to the doctor with every issue I've ever had about like autism or hypermobility, likely Elders Danlos, all my mental health things, all of that. And I I would say every one of my like general care doctors that like I went and had an appointment with, not like the surgeons and stuff, all of them basically allude to just like, oh, you're just like a sad fat woman. Like that's essentially the diagnosis for everything. You're probably depressed, you're overweight. Oh yeah, your knees hurt because you're fat. That is not why my knees hurt. Especially when my knees have hurt since I was in grade school, because I remember in grade school my knees kept giving out while I was running because they would go the wrong way and then just stop working. And I went to the doctor and he told me that some shit was wrong with my knee, but it would be very expensive to fix and it's not really worth it as long as I can walk fine. Um, but I had to wear braces after that for a long time, especially if I was doing anything active. It is not a weight thing. I've been fat, I've been thin, I've been all of the above. My weight is not the issue here. Yeah, you see how you like went to the Planned Parenthood and they essentially like bet on the fact that you're not going to have the time or patience or like ability to stand up to them and say, no, give me, like, I know that's not true. Give me the shit I need, right? They're counting on you not being educated enough to say that, or not like knowledgeable, or like too flustered by the moment, or whatever it is. And so I feel like if you guys like in the same way that I sent this screenshot and you guys all showed up, when we get those situations in real life where we're like at the doctor and the doctor's trying to gaslight us, if we could just like screenshot it for our friends and have us all like call in and be like, what the fuck? Kara, that makes me very sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that your mom is struggling with all that and having to deal with people who discount all women's pain as something to do with their period or because they're fat, sad, old women. Maybe if you were just like a healthy middle-aged man. Now, who am I kidding? Middle-aged man? Middle-aged men are like my age. I'm just a healthy fucking insured, well-cushioned, monetarily rich old man. Yeah, I'm really glad my period issues. I still have a lot of issues with my period. You guys know that, but like I haven't like I came off medication for it, so I'm not like on birth control anymore. And I haven't had like an IUD or anything like that. And it's because I don't want to go through a barbaric fucking procedure like that and feel like I did that time I went through the first surgery I went through, where they told me, they were like, oh yeah, I gave you medication. You're just being dramatic. You're just being dramatic. No, I have stopped you and said no multiple times that this hurts and that I can't deal with it. Why do you think that I've had enough? Why do you think that I'm lying? Why do you think that you know better than me? And then to give me attitude at the end and say, oh yeah, I couldn't finish because you kept moving. Dude, go trip on a rock. Dude, go fart in a phone booth. Get out of my life. I'm very disillusioned with, why'd my mouth, oh, my mouth froze open. Well, yeah, and I think that if it hadn't been this doctor, the other person who was there, because this is like there's two people in the room, the like assistant, some sort of nurse, student, something was in there helping them, and then there's the main doctor, like the gastroenterologist, and the other person did not seem as comfortable as this guy was, just straight up denying me. But when you have someone who's supposed to be a knowledgeable professional who has your best interests at heart, you just like what could I have done? So why am I going to fight with him about it? Like this is not the moment for me to be having a confrontation, right? And the fact that I don't that there's nobody here who has like my best interest at heart enough to say anything is pretty fucking pathetic. And that being said, since then, because I have such like anxiety about being in hospitals or around doctors, my several experiences like having other procedures or like going to the emergency room, I've experienced very caring people who are definitely doing their best to try and help me. And in what limited, they're usually nurses, and it's in what or assistants, helping in whatever way that they can that's not against the rules for them to help. But it always comes to improve, like you have to impress the one fucking like I'm trying like stuck up kind of doctor. Basically, you have to. It's always some person who thinks they know better than you about your own body, and I don't think people like that should be doctors. Like, I understand that they probably have to argue with a lot of people who say a lot of stupid stuff a lot of times, but this is not one of those situations. Like, someone telling you that they're actively in pain or that they need more than ibuprofen for an IUD with dilation. You know, you know, you know that thing that women go through, shit, what's it called? Oh, fucking childbirth. Yeah, you're gonna go through that, basically. But we're just a little ibuprofen will help. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Kara, it's weird how much more it gets studied when it affects men. Kind of like breast cancer. Sorry, men, you got titties too. But somehow, instead of people seeing this as like, oh, maybe men and women aren't so like biologically different, or maybe there's something in the like there's a spectrum of gender somehow because there's so many people who are in this like middle ground that have like a man with breast tissue or someone who deals with endometriosis but doesn't have ovaries, a uterus. Like that's got to say something, right? That there's like some level of mixing the two potions together, not just one comes out either boy or girl. Exactly, Kara. Like I know my chat knows this and stuff, but a lot of people don't realize that long before transgender people like had the name transgender people, like every culture, every group of people, every human has known like intersex people. We just don't always call them that because they usually are at birth forced to have their parents are forced to pick one or the other depending on what's going on as far as intersex, like what parts of their bodies are which visibly, which is not the correct way to determine gender. Like it's fucked up. And but then people act like they're like, "Oh yeah, I can't have men in women's bathrooms." But it's like there's I don't know if you know this, but long before today, people who you wouldn't consider a woman have been using the women's restroom and you just didn't know because you're a dumb old hateful bitch. Like, oh man, people are crazy and ignorant, and I'm sorry that you guys have to deal with it. I do so much research, I still feel like I gotta dumb myself down or something. Yes, you have to dumb yourself down. You have to be a palatable, nice person. Like, I have to be a certain level of like, like I have to have my customer service face on when it should be the other way around. He should have his customer service face on. This, him being my doctor, my most recent doctor specifically. But, and then if I told them what I have, they would not believe me. Like, I don't know if not believe me is the right phrase, but like, yes, that is what I mean to say, because every doctor I've ever said I've had pain in my stomach my whole life, they've told me that I'm making it up, or it's just my period, or it's this, or it's that, or I'm not really having this pain. I'm having this pain. Come to find out, my stomach is partially herniated above my diaphragm, and that pain I'm feeling is that. And it took at least, I want to say, almost 15 years for even one person to fucking check that. And there's not much I can do about it, but it's kind of nice to know why certain things hurt the way that they do and why it hurts much like a cramp hurts when you have like a cramp when you eat food too soon. They're so rare. There's no way you have that. Yes. Like if I bring up EDS to a doctor, if I have to explain to a doctor that I think I have hypermobility and think I have to explain to them what I mean by that or why I think that, I'm not going to have the conversation to begin with. It's not worth the amount of effort I have to go through to even get you to consider that I might know what's going on with my fucking body. Like, I understand if I was out here spinning wild tales but this is like, it answers so many questions. Well, exactly. Like, knowing about my stomach being herniated the way it is doesn't help the pain. And surgery could improve it, but surgery over something that's not that big of a deal to me, that's just like essentially a minor pain in my life, is not worth it to me. It's just nice to know what it is. And it's nice to be like, oh yeah, I wasn't crazy this whole time. Emily, that upsets me so much because I know if I went to a doctor here, first of all, one of my recent doctors told me that I definitely wasn't autistic. I think the peer-reviewed study disagrees. And then I'm worried that if I have to explain that the autism thing and this thing and the fact that this affects me and that I'm hypermobile, and you can especially with something like hypermobility, which is something you can physically see. My joints physically bend more than most people's joints. You can see it with your stupid fucking eyes. And you want to know how I can see it? With your stupid fucking eyes? Because since I've been a little kid, people have been telling me, hey, did you know your arms bent backwards? Did you know your knee looks... Bitch, yeah, I know. Bitch, I know. And now that there's a word for it, and it's very easily proven, because, again, hypermobility is like a scale, and or like a spectrum, in that I am some sort of hypermobile because I can bend ways that most people can't. But then there's people like Patate who have much severer, like actually diagnosed, I think, EDS, where it's like more than just hypermobility. And I'm not even asking them to diagnose all of that. I'm just asking them to say, yes, clearly this bitch is hypermobile. Because that affects how much pain medication I get. That affects so much basic stuff. And if I have to explain to you that this is how this works, if I have to put my exactly, Kara, I should put my hand on the table. I know the exact pose. Standing next to a table, hand down, lean on that hand. Lean on that hand, watch my elbow bend the other way. Watch the thing that made kids go, ugh, when I was younger. And I didn't, at that time, because you don't see like your arm at the same perspective as everyone else, I did not know how much backwards my arm bends. Like, I did not realize that my arm straight up, like, it is freaky to look at sometimes. Especially because you know how you can rotate it when it's like that? When you have your hand down, you can rotate which way your elbow points, kind of. And it definitely looks weird from other people's perspectives. I get that. But when you're a kid, you don't know. Mom's been going through this. Doctors keep accusing her of drug seeking, but at the same time of being a problematic patient. Makes me very upset, especially because, like, I don't know how. I presume your mom is white passing, Emily. I'm not for positives, but I'm for some reason I think she is. Either way, it shouldn't matter. But there's that added benefit of if they find out that you're any kind of like Native American, First Nations, Indigenous, whatever, immediately doctors treat you like so much worse. Oh, right. I forgot intake forms would like have that, and like health numbers and stuff would have that. So there's just no protection from that racism. Sorry, Emily. They're tracking you for your own good. Smile. Also, I don't think I can stress this enough. The way to handle people being addicted to drugs and fiending for more drugs is to not to completely cut off their supply. It is to treat it, especially the kind of shit like they prescribe in pain meds, the kind that you will spiral out of control, and then the withdrawals can kill you, or the not taking it for a small amount of time and then fully like ODing can kill, like this. You are only hurting people in the long run by not giving people pain meds. Like, that sounds so crazy because I don't think they should overprescribe them either. But there's clearly this duality of a life where people are very easily prescribed medications, and the duality of having to like find people who care enough to actually want to find the problem and not just prescribe the medication. But then even if she were a problem patient, so let's say that what the notes say are correct and that she's a problem patient who's drug seeking. Shouldn't you fucking talk to her? Shouldn't you see why she's on drugs? Shouldn't you like ask her what's going on? Shouldn't you like interact with them more to figure out what they need to help them get better, instead of being like, oh, I'm not a doctor because you're a disgusting addict? No, I thought doctors took an oath to help people. So if you are a doctor, like you think you are, clearly, because you got the little coat on, if someone comes to your, and I know that this isn't feasible for like all doctors and nurses, and it's not all their responsibility all the time to deal with this. It's a systematic issue. So I'm not blaming anybody specific. But this is such a huge issue for people. Like, an addict isn't gonna get better because you denied them medications. They're gonna do something crazier, like rob someone or hurt themselves to get the medication or do something else. So the issue is not to cold turkey someone who you don't know shit about or fall into like harder drugs, exactly, or just go straight to meth. Like, I have worked as a bartender. I have worked as a customer service representative for too many places, aka minimum wage. I've worked so many basic, what a lot of doctors would consider pathetic jobs, like just absolute bottom tier jobs. And I've had people who are clearly addicted to alcohol or something, they're actively on something, come to me wherever I am and tell me their story and tell me like some pain that they're like tell me shit. How do I care more than you? How do I care and ask this person questions and want them to drink water or at least hydrate themselves? Like, how come that's not what doctors say? Instead, they're like, oh, this is a problem patient, I'm going to discount them. Like, I understand that that's not going to work for everybody always because men exist and they're going to fucking flip out about shit. But there's definitely a better way to handle it than not believing people and not prescribing medication to people. And I know it's just not feasible in this current system, but it's just, I'm sorry that all of you guys have to deal with this kind of stuff. Like, I know Emily and Lena and Kara all definitely deal with it. I know that men definitely deal with it too, just from different angles. Like, there's certain perspectives that I've seen it from. And then men have different issues with medical shit. But it's, and then there's anybody who's visibly trans or visibly a non-white person. And by visibly, I mean they could be like, dude, as white as they come, but if they think you're other, you're gonna get treated even worse. Just listening to people and what they need makes such a difference. Exactly. And if I know that and alls I've been paid is bare minimum bullshit for my whole life, and people, every employer I've ever had taking advantage of me, trying to be like, oh yeah, we'll promote you to this, or we'll do this, or we'll but then never ever paying me what I'm worth or actually appreciating me. But this guy can say he's a doctor and say, oh, it's not my problem, that's just an addict. Like, he doesn't understand how it works. Like, that's the thing that bugs me the most, is you of anybody should understand how drugs are processed and how someone's brain would work in that state. And you should know that you can't just not give them medication and it's going to get better. So you know you're not helping. You know. And again, this isn't every doctor right now, because I know a lot of the time they can't do anything. Like, their hands are tied because of insurance and because of But that's why I hate bureaucracy and loopholes and bullshit, because it's all about just getting in the way from people actually receiving help. It's all about just slowing down the process of people actually receiving help. Because if you look down the line, every issue that people need more assistance with, whether it's like food, resources, homes, childcare, whatever kind of thing like that. And if you say, oh, like that wouldn't be feasible, like if we gave people, even if we gave addicts help to get out, there would still be like shitty people. Yeah, there'd still be shitty people or some of those addicts would still be shitty people, but that's not because they were addicts. That's because they were shitty people. And if you think that you live in today's day and age and you don't know multiple people who are addicted to multiple different medications is absolutely fucking insane. Everybody knows at least one alcoholic in their life. At least one. Everybody has someone who's abusing some sort of medication in their circle. Like, you can't act like addicts aren't people around you or that the addiction is what makes people bad. People can be assholes, and definitely being on medication and being taken off of it and stuff can definitely not help. But usually the issues that they're struggling with have a base cause, like extreme trauma due to abuse, which if we resolve the issue of putting people, disinviting people from polite society who abuse other people, especially children or people who are in their care, if we just don't invite them to the party anymore, then we could have these resources without having to be like, oh, wait, but what about the assholes? Because we didn't fucking invite them. Alcohol is accepted. Dude, people act like drinking every single day to blackout is not an addiction. And I'm like, bro. And they're like, yeah, but I go to work. And I'm like, yeah, you're a functioning alcoholic, man. Like, you are an alcoholic. You can't get through the day without drinking. I'm not saying that as someone who is judging you for that. My dad was an alcoholic before he passed away. And I say that as he suffered really badly with addiction while he was around 30 to 40. He had a lot of struggles, but then later in his life, he was still an addict, because when you're addicted to things, it's not just over once the drinking is over. Like, they're still an addict. It's not, it's still there. So he's an alcoholic until the end of his life. He was a recovering alcoholic for a long time, and he didn't drink anything at all for a long time, and then he just drank beer for a little while towards the end of his life. I don't know what else, but he definitely was not, he was able to drink a little bit, and that's fine because some people can, but also some people can't. And I think it's so incredibly weird that people normalize alcohol culture and alcohol addiction the way that they do. Kitty smokes more meth in front of me than I think she should, but she hit me last time I said it was too much meth, so I'm gonna hit you again for saying that, so watch out next time I get my hands on that meth. So acceptably always be drinking, yes. And it's whether, like, it's so pervasive in so many cultures too, to be like an alcoholic or to actively like drink till blackout. And I say that as someone who used to drink. I've been through 2 or 3 phases where I drank a bit, and the first bad phase, I did black out quite often, and it wasn't really intentional, but you're just there to have fun, and then, you know, you kind of get to that point. But then every day I would wake up the next day feeling a bit shit about everything. Like, I don't know. I see how it would have been very easy for me to become an alcoholic, but because of my dad, I made a bunch of rules and would not let myself. Like, I was not allowed to drink by myself ever, or because I was upset. Like, if I was mad about something, like I came from home pissed about something, I was not allowed to take a drink to make that somehow better. If I'd had a bad day, I wasn't allowed to take a drink to make that better, because for someone whose immediate parent is an alcoholic, that's a slippery fucking slope. Where you go like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take a shot. And then the next day it's like, oh yeah, but that first shot didn't quite touch. Like, I don't quite feel it yet. So I'm going to take another shot. So that just so I can relax, right? Just so I can calm down for today. And that's how easy it is. And then you need to start taking more, and then your tolerance builds up and you start taking more. And I mean, that's how addiction to pills works too, but people act like alcohol's so much worse or better. And I drank Turned, and all of a sudden everyone is like, are you okay? Yeah, like I also don't understand how people like I've worked the same job as these other people, and they like live in a house or like an apartment or something and spend so much money on alcohol every week. I'm like, what are you not paying for? Like, what bill is going unpaid because there's no way you spend this much on alcohol and still have any money left over? Like, it's expensive. And the fact that people will not just let you not drink. Like, I'll have a good time. I'll still dance. I sang karaoke to a bunch of people online. Do you know how cringe that is? Like, I have no problem being a good time, not shit-faced. And yeah, sometimes I drink. Lena and Emily have seen me drink. I've seen Emily maybe drink. I think every time, Lena, we've been like, do you want to drink? And she's like, nah, not really. And none of us said, oh, is it because you don't want to, is it because you hate us? Is it because this? I honestly thought you were allergic or something. So I was just like, okay, dope. Yeah. And so I assume you are allergic. Exactly. So I was right. My brain did remember, right? So like you are allergic, and then I just think it's crazy because if you in a lot of groups of friends, if someone said that they don't want to drink or that they're not going to drink tonight or something, or you go to like and everybody else is drinking, instead of just being like, "Oh, okay," and moving on, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, why not?" Is it like a is it a religion thing? Is it First of all, I don't need to explain to you why I don't drink. And then if you start giving them reasons, they start trying to solve the reasons. That's funny. That's funny, Emily, because the last time I drank was also that like weekend that I was there, but not that incident. It was when we watched like Everything Everywhere All at Once. Dude, I was sitting in the office, shit faced, sipping on a Mountain Dew. Just being like, God, I hope nobody comes in here and notices how drunk I am. I did not watch the movie. Like, I could hear it happening, but I was just because like it was too warm everywhere else, and the office had like really high levels of air conditioning. So I was just like sitting on the floor, like almost under the desk in the office because I'm autistic, and that's what I do when I need comfort is sit with the lights off. I sat in a dark room under a desk because I needed comfort. And my friends let me do that weird shit. But I like didn't feel very good. I knew I'd kind of drank too much. I wasn't feeling great. So I was just like, I'm going to sit under the table and be cold. And I did. And I felt better. But that was the last time I drank. Unless James's wedding was after that. I'm not sure if that happened first or I went to the wedding first. Either way, one of those two was the last time I drank. Yeah, I really hate when boundaries are treated as challenges. That shit. Ooh, that shit rubs me the wrong way because when people say like, "Oh, why don't you drink?" It's not asking because they're curious. It's asking ready to battle your Pokemon with theirs and try to be like, "Oh yeah, okay, so this? Oh, well I have this. Oh, this? This." And it's every time there's an excuse for why you should be drinking. And I'm like, why do you care this much about what I'm doing? And it's not even someone who's like trying to like do any, like these aren't even weird people. These are just like everybody at the situation, like everybody at the party pressures you for some reason. Well, yeah, Emily, that implies some sort of like malicious intent. Like if you keep insisting I need to drink, in my head I'm like there's a reason, like you have an intent for why you want me to drink. But then for a lot of these people it's just so ingrained into culture that they, cuz like obviously there are some times, especially when there's people who are like predators around, they will encourage people to drink and then try and take advantage of them. And that's disgusting. No matter whose gender is whose, no matter what's happening, that kind of assault is, like every other kind of assault, absolutely fucking disgusting. But there are people, like you will go out with a bunch of coworkers who they're not trying to sleep with you, they're not trying to do anything. They just want to like argue with you about why you don't drink. And it's like, why does this affect, why are you so upset? I don't drink because I don't like to. Well, is it because you're allergic? Well, is it because you get hungover? Well, is it because of that? What? 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 People fucking blow my mind sometimes. Like, and it's, I keep thinking about the part of that FD signifier video that I watched where it's just a social conditioning that's happening where people are trying to, where people basically, it's that people aren't stopping to think about what they're saying and why they're saying it or what effect it has on people. But because it's normal for other people to say that, or because they've seen other people inquire about it, or because they want you to, they don't think of it outside of that little tiny context and don't follow the thought and go, okay, I want you to drink. Why do I want them to drink? Because they're more fun when they drink? Do I not think they're fun? Like, it's just following that down the path and continuing to ask themselves those questions. People just don't fucking do that, I guess. And I get it. We all say shit sometimes where we'll say it and then realize that that's not either what we meant or it didn't come out the right way or whatever. But that's not what I'm talking about. Like, that's different. At this point, I think most of my friends are similar, where it's like once you've proven it's, I don't listen to what you tell me about you as far as like people who are like, "Oh, I'm cool and I'm brave and I'm honest." And no, none of my friends tell me who they are because they just behave like someone who's honest would behave. They just behave like someone who cares about me would behave. And so I trust those actions as opposed to someone telling me they care about me, which I've had a lot of people do in the past who clearly didn't care about me. I trust the people who show me they care about me, right? And I feel like that has started to reflect on a lot of my other relationships with people, whereas like in negative interactions with people, um, as soon as I get to a certain point of this interaction and realizing that you're like pushing a boundary or that you've irritated one of my quirks in some way, basically just it's usually because you approached me in an impolite way. I generally give people the grace to be like, maybe they don't realize it's rude or whatever. But like, I note that. I pay attention to shit like that. I pay attention to how people treat each other. I don't really care about how people explain themselves because everybody's like, and I'm not saying that in the like, I don't fucking care if you think you're cool. So obviously, let's use a little nuance here, but I do mean like I said, and then if I don't like how you treat me or how you are behaving, I will, it's, I note it in my head and I go, that person's tried to manipulate me, whether they realize it or not. They have just tried social manipulation, and it might not be their fault. Like, I'm not necessarily mad at them, but I note it for future use and move on. If you don't treat me well and you don't apologize when I tell you you're not treating me well, I might not tell you, but I will notice. Because I don't think me telling you that I've noticed that you're untrustworthy helps me at all, because then you're going to try and convince me that you are. And that's not my problem. That's a you problem. Like, you've shown me with your actions who you are, and I will trust that. It's not up for debate. So why would I have to tell you what I think? Because what's in my head is none of your business. Like, it's my reality, and your reality is yours. It's feels so easy to separate for me that I don't understand how people don't get it. But also, we all have different things, obviously, that we are good at. And I know some people aren't necessarily, like, the crazy thing is I'm not upset at people for being like unintentionally impolite due to language barriers or just cultural barriers or just communication barriers. Like, mistakes happen. And so if you tell me my bad, I understand, and then tell me this is what happened, I'll be like, cool, dope, no problem, and move on like nothing, because that's fine. I understand. Or sometimes we all make mistakes and say or do something dumb, but you don't get to keep just pushing the boundaries or telling me what you need or want, because I don't fucking care, man. I try my hardest every day to be kind to the people I interact with and the people around me. And I try much harder than a lot of doctors do, clearly. And you will not convince me to care once I figured out that you're like a shitbird. It's all right, bet. Like, I'm not gonna wish bad on you. I'm not really someone who wishes bad on anybody, because it's gonna get them eventually. I'm not worried about that situation resolving itself. I think being mean and angry and a bad person is the punishment for being a mean and bad and angry person. Like, feeling like that all the time is the punishment. Like, fuck me, I'm happy. Like, have you seen the world? I'm still smiling all the time. I don't know. What a weird end to this stream. Like, completely normal stream. Did the whole where did that happen? Exactly, Kara. I was like, I don't know if I should come back. I don't know if I really want to play a ton more Rivals games. Then I came back and I kind of played a few Blood Hunt games, but mostly it's just been yapping about lots of things. The typical things, but yeah, I just feel like so many people are like, oh, see, this person, like, they'll try and find fault in what other people say to try and be like, oh yeah, see, I'm not any worse than this person because she said she doesn't care. And because when they say they don't care about someone, they mean like they don't care if they live or die or anything. And I'm like, that is not what I mean. And then some people will, like, I don't know. I genuinely don't want any bad things to happen to people. The worst people in the world. Yeah, I might laugh when they die, but I am not sitting here actively hoping for it, because it's gonna happen when it happens. Whatever. I'm genuinely I don't hope that people get hurt. I don't hope anything like that. I just, like sometimes I'll say like, "Oh yeah, this person should fart in a phone booth or something silly," because I'm just like, "Oh, they're behaving badly." But if I was put in a situation where I was entrusted to care for someone and I agreed to care for them and then I found out that it was someone I hated, I would still do my best to take care of that person. And I think that's a big difference between me and like what I mean when I say I don't care about people for what other people from like the other side of the human rights lane are on. Like these people are actively laughing about the horrible things that are happening during a genocide. Like they actively think that's entertaining. No, I don't think that if I or anyone else that politically disagreed with them or even just like disagreed with them about AI showed up in their care that they would take any care of them. Like I don't think they give them water even. And I don't mean that about everybody. Everybody on any side. I just mean in general. I think there's a lot more people over there who think I don't care about this person means I don't even care if they live or die. No, I genuinely care about people just like I care about animals. And even the shittiest person in the world has done a nice thing for at least one person. And so you can't just and it took a million other terrible people to allow that terrible thing to happen in the first place in the scales that these terrible things are happening. So I can't place all the blame on one idiot. Again, that does not mean I won't laugh when hell comes knocking. Sometimes but I genuinely just laugh at everything. So I guess that's fair. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I say shit like that and I'm like, oh, it's clearly so obvious because it's like me talking to you, Kara, or Lena, or Emily, or Ayeli, like someone who I know, like, has basic human empathy, I guess. And and so I'll say stuff to you guys and you'll be like, yeah, I get it. And then I'm like, this person cares, I get it. But then because the people I surround myself with are generally people who care, I struggle to imagine what it's like to be on the other side of that equation and not care. Or to not like care, like think about it or wonder what's going on or wish that I could do more. Like it's just Do you think tomorrow I should change my stream title to this stream is not about Candace Owens? Do you think enough people are FD signifier stands to get that by tomorrow? On the same boat? Yeah, I know. Like, and that's the point is like, there is a bit of an echo chamber in the sense that, yes, we all agree with each other on human rights. But I think if one of us said something that was fucked up, like, if this is actually a great example, but recently when Ogie and I were playing Overwatch and he said something that sounded like a slur, it wasn't because he was saying it was not, but it sounded like one. He said it and I know his behavior, I know who he is. So for him to say that, especially like how flippantly he had said it, I knew something was wrong. No part of me thought that he actually said something like that. And if I did, I would have been like, are you good? Like, is this, I wouldn't just let him keep saying it. But he said it one time. Did not realize it until I reacted weird. And and then we both laughed for about a half an hour. And then Emily also laughed. Yeah. No, it was the same. It was when he slurred you, Emily. But I want to be clear that he didn't actually say the slur because I think like it's hard to say how he didn't say it without saying it. He said the correct words for the slur, but not in the context of it, which I know all of us understand, but I know other people would struggle to understand. Yeah. No, it was when we were talking about the new Overwatch skins, Ultra skins. And like, you know how stuff like gear is usually tier colored, like blue, green, blue, yellow, orange kind of. Ultra skins, they're red. So now imagine how ultra skins being red. Yeah, there you go. She got there. He said it in the context of saying an ultra skin essentially, but because of words being words, it sounded like the other thing. And I think both me and Emily short circuited for a moment because it was such. I think he clipped it. So if you want to like look at my clips, it's probably in. I think he clipped it. It's not even me clipping it. It was him. But like, I shut down for a second because I was like, "There's no way that this is a real." And the moments tick by while both of us try and process why the other one's being weird. Until all of us are laughing at Emily getting slurred again. Yeah, both of us. Did we just hear that? Did you just said what we think you said? Like, what? Ooh, I'm gonna have to add no AI into my rules. Maybe that'll make it more clear than the fact that I'm queer. I just don't think you should tell queer people about your AI use because I don't think they'll like it. You won't have any more friends that are queer people if you do that. And if it were the Honkai Star Rail one, Kara, I think a lot of us, though we choose not to because we know that without context, people can and will willingly misunderstand it. But I'm pretty sure most of us, definitely Ogi included, are the people, are just like Circa, a bunch of Honkai Star Rails who are allowed to use it. But it's not really something that's it's for us. Like in the sense that I don't want me personally, I don't want people to think that me saying it is a license for them to do dick butt shit or to think anything or to do anything. And so little people like even for a second think that oh this person could be trans even though I'm wearing multiple trans colors on my outfit. I guess a lot of people don't know that, but it also says queer in my thing, and if you're someone who thinks like queer and trans are that different, then I don't know. You and I are probably just gonna fundamentally disagree. So, and I think a lot of us are just like in the same place where it's like, bitch is a term of endearment. So is Honkai Star Rail. Like it's just it's a affection, but it's also like other people aren't going to take it that way because they don't want to. They want to take it the butthead way, and I don't want to deal with that. So we'll keep the funny jokes for us. Yeah, it's just easier for me, like we said earlier, Kara, easier for me to note that in my head that this is how you react or that this is how this situation went, and to like share it with my friends. It's easier to keep between us and keep calling it a Honkai Star Rail or something. Because enough people get it. The people who matter get it. They know exactly what 3 letters I'm spelling, and it is not HSR. But it's Emily's Gmail account when it's censored. I love that so much. I love that Gmail didn't even think of that. You finally get what? You just found out that's what Honkai Star Rail means? Boy, do I have a gift for you, Emily. So Honkai Star Rail is, you know, the game, but this meme is why we started using that. Is because Circa sent me this meme one day, and I sent it to everyone. And then since then, we started using less abrasive versions of the meme so that, like, everyone could do it. So we usually end up using this meme, but that's a scene from Honkai Star Rail. It's just a memeable scene from Honkai Star Rail, and then someone happened to tag it with those words at one point, and then Circa sent it to me, and it became just a meme among, you know, me and Circa and Kara and like everybody who knew of that like interaction, because like I know I sent it to Cass, and I it was the first time I sent Cass something kind of crazy like that, and just like no warning. No, yeah, British meatball, that's another one. I feel like cigarettes is a little too bundle of sticks I like. Cigarettes is a little too on the nose. Like and I also don't know if people know what British cigarettes are anymore. British meatball sounds silly enough that people just think I'm saying something crazy. And then bundle of sticks. Again, I don't really think people know that that's a reference to that word too. But yeah, I basically cold called Cass. Like this wasn't even when me and Cass talked, I would say most days, either directly or indirectly. Um and this was before then. This was before I was kind of picking up the vibes on Cass. I could tell he had the stuff, and so I just cold clocked him with the Honkai Star Rail. I just didn't explain myself, just sent it to him the same way I'd send Alina, trial by fire. And that's why I call my friends Honkai Star Rails. It's not because I like the game. That saying the title of that game means nothing to me anymore. Well, it means one thing to me now. Oh, nice. I'm in Discord, but nobody's in here with me but Lena, and she's deafened. So I don't have to keep talking in Discord anymore. Hi, Rocky. Dude, Lena just moved. She moved because she couldn't hear me because she was deafened, but she said, "Oh, Kitty's muted. I'm gonna fucking leave." Wow, Kitty thought she wasn't alone. I want to make sure that bitch is alone. What the fuck? What the fuck? She left me in here? That's so awkward. Hi, Sad Dragon. I am ending stream soon. I'm just talking to a few people before I end it. So I don't want anybody to get too excited thinking I'm doing shit. No, I'm just sitting here poking my face, talking to my friends. We're all just sitting in here agreeing with each other. Lena abandoned me, but you know, it is what it is. What can you do? Oh, it's Friday. I was wondering why Raptor's still up, but then I just noticed Crashy's still up too. That's crazy. Hi, Nevermind. That's good timing because I'm gonna turn off stream soon. Do you know when I was talking about addicts earlier? Ogie, Crashy, Raptor, Snoopy, addicts, deadlock addicts. Yeah, Kara, I think I lost track of time right around, you know when, right around the incident. And then we just got into full yap mode. And now it's 3:30 in the morning. But it's nice to see everyone before bed. If you're just starting today, I hope you have a good day. If you are ending today, I hope you get some good rest. I'm a Minecraft. I'm addicted to Minecraft. Dude, no shame in that game. I have my own problems. I just know right now all my friends are addicted to Deadlock. I am, though, never mind, gonna go play Minecraft as soon as I let my dog out. I'm gonna end my stream and, do some home stuff, and then I'm gonna go play Minecraft with Lena. And then she's gonna go to sleep. And then I'm gonna keep playing Minecraft. I'm awake! Dude, that's something someone yells right before they fall asleep. I think Lena's in the last throes of like an energy boost after it's a random boost of energy post surgery, and now she's Rocky steals soda and runs away. Okay, well, I guess you were thirsty. Have a nice soda. I woke up to a crazy cow farm. My friends told me they needed something without telling me. I just listened to them while they were in the other room talking about needing leather. And then I was like, my friends need leather, huh? Let me go get some cows and breed them. I know my friends need something. I'm gonna source that shit. The cows look so comfy, very ethical. Lena, I just said I was gonna build them a fucking tree house. Be careful, I'll put you in there with them, okay? No, I'm gonna put Cass in there with them because he's got the little cow head. Yeah, I'm gonna build them a tree house for the cows. So when Raptor leaves his house, which I found out he put right next to mine, like I kind of deliberately picked one over by itself, and anybody who's built next to me since then has intentionally picked a house next to mine. They know how close they are to me. I don't feel bad about all the cow mooing he's gonna hear. He knows what he did. So I'm going so I'm going to build a tree. So he's gonna look out into his backyard and wonder where all the cows are. because he hears all this cow sound. Where are all the cows? And they're gonna be in the treehouse, and he won't even know. It's gonna be so what's it called? Not suspicious. It's gonna be the opposite of suspicious. It's gonna be very very chill, laid back. It's gonna be very casual is not the word. What's the word I'm thinking of? My brain keeps just saying chill. It's not chill. I don't know, maybe covert. Feels too foreign identity. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Chat, it's nice to see you. Kara, it's nice to have a talk as always. I think there's a lot of things. Like I know I've said this a lot, but I hope you take it as a compliment and that it's like you see it as the like invite to come hang out even though we don't specifically invite you and stuff, but you and I clearly have dealt with a lot of similar things, like same age range, same health related things, just a lot of similar situations, and you're always down to have a good chat, so I appreciate that. Because like a lot, like Lena and I have a lot in common, but there's a lot of things that we don't have in common too. So it's like, but Kara and I, sometimes I'm like, okay, here's someone who's done the exact same shit I did. Like, I guess Lena does a lot of the shit I do now too. Like, I don't know. But I appreciate you, and I always appreciate these conversations, especially because like I know that when I talk to other people about them, because of how like passionate, you know, like how into what I'm saying I get, I feel like people think I'm like upset or something. I'm like, no, this is just important shit, and I guess it does upset me, but it's like stuff we have to talk about. Do you think, oh man, I was gonna say this video isn't about Candace Owens, but maybe I should change my title tomorrow to no, I don't support AI. Would that be petty? I just feel like people should know. Clearly, I haven't been loud enough about it. I just feel like everybody should know. I would say fuck AI, but they won't let me put that. Anyways, this is the 17th goodbye, but I'm finally doing it, chat. This is for real. I'm not gonna get distracted. I think if you put that, it'll attract the right people. Exactly. Like if I put something that someone recognizes from an FD signifier video, that means they were watching a fucking FD signifier video, which means they probably have like a thought at least one thought in their head. And then if I know that they sat down and listened to that, or that they actively will say, I don't like AI and be okay with that, I know that that person probably has. We probably would agree on a few things. Good night. Oh wait, should I raid someone? I don't want to. 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 Let me see. Actually, let me see if anybody that needs to be raided. Sometimes I say that, and then someone I really want to raid is on. Why does it say Yukin is streaming? He raided me. think my shit is broken. I don't think it would send most people anyways because my stream didn't update when they were gone. You know, when it reset. So I'm just gonna call it good enough. Smooches, chat. Have a good rest. If you don't want the smooch, leave it on the floor. Archer will come get it while you're not looking. Bye.